What's poppin', everyone? We are back on Pokemon Showdown with the next OU squad, and with Sword and Shield approaching around the corner, I've kind of come to terms with the fact that I probably won't be able to use all the Pokemon I want to. However, with that being said, we're going to kind of prioritize by using the mons that you mostly want to see that we've not done yet, and they're not going to be in Sword and Shield. And one such Pokemon which was suggested to me on the Armaldo video, which I hope you all enjoyed, was a Granbull. A lot of people wanted to see Granbull. So I decided to bring that Pokemon into OU, and the way that I built it is another stall saga team. Nice Granbull stall here. Let's take a look at it. So we have Granbull with the Normalium Z Intimidate. So Z Heal Bell is a move that can restore Granbull's HP back to full health, which is really useful because outside of rest, it does not get any kind of recovery move. So the Normalium Z Heal Bell is going to be pretty useful. Heal Bell in general is just useful to get rid of status, which can be quite annoying for a team that has no other cleric options. I mean, there's Chansey, but the moveset's pretty full on it, so Z Heal Bell can be nice. Super Fang cuts our opponent's HP by half, so that can be pretty useful to chip things down over time. Play Rough, Earthquake are really nice coverage moves overall because Play Rough, nice stab move, hits really hard, and then the Earthquake is able to hit Heatrans and Magirnas and stuff, which otherwise would be taking no damage basically from Play Rough. And so Granbull can, I think, do a lot of work as a sort of support role, cleric role. I was thinking of an offensive set as well. Previously on this team, I actually had Banded Granbull, but I did not have a Z move. I wanted a Pokemon that also could Heal Bell for the team because status was kind of annoying. So Granbull changed its role from being Choice Banded to Z Heal Bell, which I think is pretty heat for this kind of team. Very defensive EV spread here so that it can pair well with Intimidate and take physical hits a lot better. We have our Unaware Wall in Pyukumuku to prevent setup sweeping. I love Pyukumuku a lot as a Pokemon that can switch into any kind of sweeper. Soak Toxic is really nice, turns them into a water type and Toxics. So this also works on steel types as well. And poison types, I guess, too, because you can soak them and toxic them. And then, of course, Block to prevent switching, which is always useful, and Recover. Chansey, which is our Stealth Rocker, the Green Goblin right here. Nice Chansey. And yeah, essentially, just a nice special wall for the team. And of course, we also have Crocodile, which is an offensive mon, Choice Scarf Crocodile, which is a great pursuit trapper to get rid of stall breakers that can otherwise pose a problem to our team by pursuit trapping them potentially. A lot of them are kind of frail, so it could be nice. And then we have here Skarmory, which is a great physical defensive wall, a defogger for the team with Rocky Helmet, pairs well with our nice core that we have here of Granbull, Chansey, Skarmory. And then finally Reuniclus, which I had to include at least one Chinese set. We have here AV Regenerator Reuniclus with a intricate EV spread here and 4 attacks. Sort of a mixed attacker, kind of because of knockoff, but knockoff mainly is, I guess, a utility move. And that's gonna be the squad. So let's see how this team does. So actually, on a test account, I got this team like 60 wins in a row, blew past 1800 so easily. Super easily, and on a brand new account too, so it was pretty clean. And I definitely like this team puts in so much work. It's I think one of my better stall teams to date, along with maybe the Jump Bluff team, but I kind of like this one a little bit better, to be honest, just of how much work it put in versus our opponents. And as you already know, you know me, if you don't like stall, you're gonna love when I use it. You're gonna love when I use stall. Let me just let them know, good luck, have fun, because you always, when you're using stall, you have to let your opponents know that, you want them to have fun, and you're going to wish them luck even though that you're just going to drain all the luck from them. So here's what we're going to do, right? We're going to, we're going to lead here with nice Chansey as he leads Heatran, and predict maybe like a taunt or something, just immediately Seismic Toss right off the bat. I can definitely expect, I guess, okay, well, he switches to Landers, so I could have expected a taunt there, but that did a bit of damage. Actually, this looks like an offensive Lando T. Offensive Lando T for sure. He tries to Earthquake, and we can easily just double back into Chansey. I don't know if he's locked in or not, though, but I assume maybe he could be Scarfed. Kind of difficult to say. He actually doubles here, or switches out into his Ladi, so we'll get up a nice clean Stealth Rocks here. His Mega is going to be this Pokemon, I think. This will be his Mega Pokemon. I don't think it's Mega T-Tar. I think it's probably like AV T-Tar or something. It goes Ferrothorn, so actually what we're going to do here is we're going to trap Ferrothorn now. We're going to trap this thing. Block it from going anywhere. Soak it so that its Power Whip is weak. We'll defog later for sure. Get a nice little Toxic on this thing too. And it's looking like GG to Ferrothorn right there. I'll just keep soaking here a little bit. Now I'll save my recovers. Definitely want to prioritize, you know, saving recovers. He only has Gyro Ball in it too. Soak again here. Soak, we have the most times to click it, so it's gonna be quite nice. And for some reason, like whenever I play versus stall or when I play stall, the games go pretty quickly. The games are quite quick because I click fast. And I know exactly what I'm trying to do. I know exactly what I'm trying to do here. Alright, alright. One turn left. So I don't want to go Skarmory because then he'll die to Helmet and I'll be forced to switch out. So I think I will. So I guess that kind of forces in probably like Heatran or something. Or he goes Greninja, okay. That is also fine. We have a Chansey to go into. Take the Hydro. We definitely need to defog at some point in time though. For sure, for sure. Goes into Landers. I expect him to want a U-turn here, so I'm actually going for the Toxic. Alternatively, actually, Soft Boil is good too. Yeah, as he doubles predicting Skarmory, exactly. Exactly what I thought. So this is actually the Toxic Heatran. Don't know if he's Magma Storm or not. But he switches into Lati. Okay, so we have our Regenerator Reuniclus to go into here. He's actually Calm Mind. Latios. Okay, Calm Mind Latios. Very interesting. Dracos, that knocks me out, but Krookodile comes in here. I can just knock off actually. Predicting him to stay in, fearing the pursuit. Knock it out. Now comes in Greninja. We could actually... So... We could go back to Chansey here. Or I'm gonna knock off again. Weaken this thing a bunch. As he Hydros, that's fine too, because now that we got rid of his choice specs, he'll be doing less damage overall. Even though he's stronger, and then he has like very limited switch-ins now. I think this is my opportunity. Oh, he's Rock Polish. Ooh. Ooh, okay, okay. I get my defog off. That was definitely not doing near enough damage to knock me out. All the hazards are gone now. Okay, and let's get in Granbull. Let's get some Granbull putting in work now. So we intimidate him, which is really nice. He actually could be Rock Polish Weakness Policy. I think I Earthquake here, predicting he trying to come in, and we got the prediction. Not bad, not bad at all. So Granbull coming through. Now in comes Greninja. We can go back into our nice Chansey. Granbull actually beats the rest of his team pretty much. Yeah, I can just Soft Boiled up here. I still have my helmet intact, so we can pressure this thing by... Oh, he actually Z-moves here. And it's Sky Strike. And I think he's given up at this point after Granbull took out the Heatran. And that is going to be GG. So first game, successful. So kind of showing you the sort of power of this team. Not really power, but unbreakability. Through standard means, of course. It's very nice. Granbull is a really cool mon too. Definitely like this mon a lot. So now we're up against a Trick Room squad, which is actually not a bad matchup because Pyukumuku thrives under Trick Room. Pyukumuku absolutely thrives under Trick Room because of its ability to be faster than literally everything, Soak, Toxic, and just get off the fastest methods of breaking down Pokemon. So I assume one of his 3 Trick Roomers are going to be a lead. Hence, I will lead with my Krookodile. I think that's going to be a fine option. So I guess like the only sort of trouble for us is a Bulu. But we'll get off some nice clean damage with the Earthquake. And then immediately switch out here into our Chansey as he Flare Cannons. Okay, so This allows us now to get up our Stealth Rocks as he goes Marowak, and then we get to go into either Pyukumuku or Granbull. I'm going to go Pyukumuku in case this thing is SD, as he goes right for the Flare Blitz actually, and burns me. Okay, interesting. So here I can soak, turn Bulu into a water type Pokemon, which you don't see too often. Gonna go here into Skarmory now. So the burn definitely annoying. With my now more limited recovery, but it's not over. We got Magearna super weak, we got our rocks up too, so that's limited switch-ins for the Marowak. Heatran under Trick Room leads me to believe it might be Eruption Heatran, which I did actually use on the last live that we did, which was our Maldo video. Okay, so he brings it in right now. He just brought it in. Let's see how much chance he takes. Yep, 38.2, so I don't know how much more it's going to do now. That is some damage. That definitely did some damage. I doubt it's going to knock us out from this range, though. The power from one chip of rocks back to full, I don't think it changes too much, but he might be calcing. So we definitely need to keep ourselves healthy. This is Heatran's going to be a problem. Heatran's always a problem for stall in general. Either 41. Okay, that's cutting it close, cutting it close. Alright, so back to Marowak he goes. And now what I want to do here is perhaps, this might be where I go Granbull. And we take the Shadow Bone, which is probably aiming into the Pyukumuku slot. So he brings in Bronzong here. This is actually a heat-proof Bronzong. Okay, heat-proof Bronzong, keep in mind. Oh, we actually have Heal Bell. I forgot about that. We can Heal Bell our Pyuku. We can actually Heal Bell this thing. So he might Trick Room here though. Hey, I forgot about that. I forgot I changed my set from what I mentioned in my little team builder preview. Okay, so he Trick Rooms here. We go Skarm, and then we Whirlwind a bunch of times so that we can send out all of his switch-ins. Yep, Marowak comes in here. I cannot counter this thing, unfortunately, but still Trick Room is up, right? So we're gonna go Pyukumuku, and then we're going to, ooh, okay, so, So it's probably in my best interest to Toxic on this turn. Even though I lose Pyukumuku, Marowak is a huge threat, so now that it's Toxic, there are way more limited switch-ins. I can now Pursue Trap him with Crocodile. I don't know if he'd want to switch though, but yeah, he does. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So Marowak gone. Marowak is gone. So there was not really a need for Pyukumuku after that, but now we get to go into Skarmory as he doubles to Heatran, which is a good play. But his Eruption is going to be a little weaker right now. He clicks Fire Blast though, okay. What's up with him getting burns every turn? What's up with that? So we can bring in Skarm here. Superpowers this turn. Don't know if we're still faster or not. So he goes Magearna. Probably to get up his Trick Room again. But at this point in time, it's looking like GG because he forfeits. He has no way to break the squad here. The Granbull team. No way at all. So, yeah, it's pretty good so far. We're up against a Mega Diancie squad, it looks like. Nice Mega Diancie. And this time I think what we're going to do here, I believe what we can do is just lead with like Reuniclus. Emvee Reuniclus actually looks pretty good versus his team. Don't know what set this thing is though. But I think I knock off here. I think I could just click knock off. In case he goes into Magearna or something, we can knock off his AV potentially, even though it might not be that useful, but it could be useful for an original stall. Indeed, indeed. This is indeed an original stall. I only create original stalls. So he'll get up rocks here. We can knock off his sash. Okay, so he's sash boom probably, is what I'm thinking. So we can go Skarmory here as he Swords Dances. And I can just Roost now on a potential explosion. Which, yep, does about 55, about half is what I thought. Get back to some good amount of health. So we can play around rocks for a little bit. We can definitely do that. I can go here into my Regenerator Reuniclus as he Volt Switches. Not a bad option for us. So I assume now that he would go probably into, I don't know actually, Kartana maybe? But then Kartana invites in Skarmory. So he goes Diancie, okay. In which case I think I can just Energy Ball here. So he'll Diamond Storm, that's about 42. We can Energy Ball, get some nice clean damage off on this thing. Go right into Chansey now, I think, is the play. So that we can regenerate ourselves back a bit. He'll Diamond Storm again, that's fine. We can Soft Boil up here. So I don't see a stall breaker on the team, but like this Kartana we gotta deal with, definitely. So that's a knockoff right there. Could be Scarfed potentially, so I'm going to click, actually I'm going to Roost here, I think is my play, for sure. Gotta keep it healthy for the Kartana, which could actually sweep my team. I go Reuniclus here so that I can regenerate even more. Now let's see what he goes into. So, an opportunity for Granbull. I don't see an opportunity for Granbull. He probably doesn't see the opportunity to win though. that's a less of an opportunity there. But we'll see. Like Granbull's good support. It's not a bad offensive mon, but at the same time, like, I don't know. I've tried using offensive Granbull. It gets a knockout and then it dies, basically. Because of how frail it is. It's really frail, actually, on the special side. Even on the physical side, too, unless we have bulk investment. Okay, so this guy's got a Mega Diancie squad. He's got Gastrodon, though. Gastrodon can be a little annoying, but nothing our Pyukumuku can't handle. It's looking like a pretty good Emvee Reuniclus lead here because of the fact that we have Energy Ball. That's actually so nice versus Gastrodon and stuff too. I will knock off here versus any Pokemon he brings in. Probably the Celesteela. Oh no, the Terrakion. We knocked off his Choice Band, which is actually a lot better because of the fact that Choice Banded is not like, does not count the same as an attack boost, which means that it would have been more powerful versus Pyukumuku. Now that we got rid of his band and that he's +1 attack, Pyukumuku takes less damage. So he goes Magnezone here. Magnezone we gotta watch out for because it is a trapper to Skarmory, but Skarmory in this matchup is not even that great overall anyways, which is fine. Okay, sub. You can sub all you want. We will Seismic Toss here and heal ourselves all the way back up. In comes Celesteela, nice. Okay, so versus Steela, the best way to deal with this Pokemon is to block it and just shut it down entirely. So if he decides to stay in then, which he actually does not, that would have been much nicer if he did. So into Chansey we go. We get to now just fire off a Seismic Toss on literally anything he brings in. He'll bring in Terrakion and Actually, we could even go Granbull here. I want to see. I want to see how much it does. I want to see how much it does to this thing. Close combats. Yep, that's the perfect turn for us. He will close combat there. We can just Earthquake. In case he had gone Magnezone, which he actually instead goes Celesteela. And I'll Super Fang here, predicting a Leech Seed. I think is my play. As he actually goes into Diancie. Okay, so we get a clean 50% off, or 44. Close enough. Not bad, not bad. So we'll go Diancie here. Oh, sorry, and do our Chansey here. As he gets a Rocks. And now we click Seismic Toss as he Diamond Storms, which means that he's now in range where he cannot switch out anymore. Unless he defogs with Rotom, which... I don't know why he'd do that after he, after all of his hard work of getting up his Rocks there. After all the hard work. So let's get back to a good amount of health here. And yeah, Seismic Toss here. Get rid of Diancie. I mean, it's looking like a wrap already. It's kind of looking like a wrap already. This team is so solid too. This team is one of my more solid teams that I've built. I've never had the easiest like win streak of my life with this team. 60 games. I had a 60 game win streak. And as you can see, let's add another one to that 60. It's probably way past 60 games now though. This team is pretty interesting. Heatran, of course, we got to watch out for. I'll lead Chansey. Straight up Seismic Toss. Always Seismic Toss turn 1 versus like Heatrans, because of the fact that they may have Taunt, and you don't want to lose yourself a turn. So I always try to weaken Heatran as much as I can. So let's see what happens in this game. Granbull can definitely provide some heal belling support for the team, especially with like a toxic Gastrodon or any kind of discharge versus Zapdos or something like that. He actually sets up rocks here, so he's the rocks trend, which means that I can probably get my own rocks up here as well. And he actually has roar. Okay, so stealth rocks, roar, really interesting. So I'm gonna knock off his item to prevent him from healing. Brings back in my Chanseys, so we can now proceed to clicking Seismic Toss without Heatran healing anymore. Very good for us. He's gonna switch into Kartana though. Okay, so we do have Skarmory. We do have Skarmory right now, and we can go into that here, as I'm sure he will. Oh, Swords Dance. So let's roost up here, get back to a good amount of health, and then probably just Whirlwind at this point, prevent him from trying to boost like he was just trying to do right there. Back in a Chansey we go. Soft boiled up here. And then, yeah, just Seismic Toss. Oh, he's going to start setting up some spikes now? Okay, okay. I don't mind that too much anyways, because I'll just defog them. I'll just defog them if I want to. People say, like, I've seen people say using stall has no skill, but let me tell you something right now. Building this creative stall team definitely took some skill. It definitely did, and making sure that it works. But I can see I mean, it's pretty easy to use. Like, you just have to know what to switch into and stuff. But then again, you have to think about, right, what are your win cons, or like what are the Pokemon you need to keep alive? How do you play around certain threats? Things like that, right? Because if your opponent has some kind of breaker on their team, that's when all the fun begins. Yeah, like that, see? You gotta kind of make predictions here and there a little bit. It's not entirely what it seems. At least with me, that is. At least with me. I have seen some mindless button clickers. Like, I definitely have seen mindless button clickers. But that is far from what I am. Okay, so here I'm just going to Earthquake. I assume he's going to just click Roar, which he actually, I'm pretty sure he just did, because that's why we were faster. Brings in Gastrodon here. Okay, Gastrodon. Gastrodon's pretty cool. Reuniclus could come in here. He has Toxic on this thing, as we all know. He doesn't know I have Energy Ball, so I am going to click that. Yup, he doesn't know. He doesn't know the power of Energy Ball here. Nice 81%. Good damage, good damage. And I can always regenerate. Actually, no, I don't think I can anymore. Or can I? Do I live? Alright, no I don't. But that's a good trade-off. It's a good trade-off. Definitely a good trade-off for sure. Here, what I do is I go into Chansey on any kind of threat that he brings in. I'll heal myself back up. I'll Seismic Toss here now. So Kartana can't come in safely. That's the thing, right? Kartana can't come in safely. So we'll Toxic here. And then Seismic Toss. I think this... Oh, I don't think it knocks it out, does it? Oh, it will after a Helmet Chip. And then we kind of just win with Chansey. We will just Roost here. Or maybe I should have defogged, but not in a bad position at all. Not in a bad position at all. He surfs, knocks me out. Didn't want to go hard Chansey in case of any kind of crits or anything like that. But yep, we're out of range of any kind of attacks now. So looking like GG right here once again. Nice, GG. Excellent, excellent game. So, yeah, this team is putting in the finest of work, as you all see. So, yeah, Granbull not going to be in Sword and Shield. I don't know how I feel about that, but I think that you know, for what it's doing on this team, I'm definitely gonna miss it. I'm definitely gonna miss it. Because I think I've never really used Granbull before in OU. I've used it in lower tiers though. So we're up against Trick Room, right? You know the ultimate rule, never bring Trick Room to the Trick House. So that's like what we gotta follow right now, you know? So he leaves Magearna actually. And so I'm just going to fire off the Earthquake here. And if he Trick Rooms, you know, he Trick Rooms. It's what it is. But he goes hard Bulu. So quite smart. He wants to ensure that he can successfully set up with Magearna afterwards. But I'm still allowed to go here into Skarmory. And then go right into Chansey right after to get my rocks up. I will be faster than this thing, or actually probably not. But the rocks will be kind of nice. In comes Marowak here. We can now just go right into Pyukumuku. And then soak this thing. Get a nice little soak off on it. That's what I like to see. Weaken this thing a bit. Now it only does about 29.4. Put it on a timer here, I think, is our play. Or put Bulu on a timer, so that's also a good option here too. Get this thing nice and poisoned, and we can get a little bit of health back. Nice little chip health. Into Skarmory we go here, as he Horn Leeches, and then we double out into probably double here. Actually, probably better to keep myself at sturdy level. Yo, what you trying to do? What you trying to do right now? Thunder Punch, okay. I mean, getting rid of this thing. This is a stall breaker, man. Mawile is definitely a stall breaker, so getting rid of that is fantastic. And Skarmory can actually roost on literally everything on his team, right? Everything, I think. Magearna comes in now. Yeah, let's roost up here. Not taking as much damage, but this could be the Z-Mon, right? This could potentially be a Z-Mon. So I don't know if he's Gigavolt Havoc or not. But he actually lets me heal up, so... Okay, I mean, I'll take that. He's actually faster with his Mesprit too. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. So he'll go back to Magearna. Lost his Mawile basically for nothing. Basically for nothing there. And then he goes Marowak. Okay, so versus Marowak, I think what I'm going to do here is actually fire off the Toxic. He goes for the Flare Blitz. Maybe that's not my best move there. Maybe I should have actually gone into Pyukumuku, but I thought he'd Shadow Bone. I can just recover here, I think. As he goes into Magearna. So thankfully we still have our AV Reuniclus. So he actually Trick Rooms here, which allows me to be faster than him. And then poison this Magearna. Then proceed to going into Reuniclus. As he crit Thunderbolts here, so that's a save or a lucky switch in on my part. Psyshock for some damage here. As he Z moves, it's gonna be the Twinkle Tackle. Does not even knock me out either. Thankfully, because we turned it into a water type. Remember, we turned this thing into a water type. And I think I want to save this Pokemon here. Actually, I'm going to go into probably Granbull, as he actually switches to Mesprit here. So that is pretty nice. If he Trick Rooms, I'll be faster with Chansey. So I'm gonna actually do that. Watch, check this out, check this out. Oh, you already know. Let's heal. Let's heal. Rapid healing. Bulu comes in here. Perfect, perfect. So Chansey is back at a solid amount of health to deal with Magearna in case it somehow gets healed by the Cresselia. And then Skarmory gets to come in now on his Mesprit. I don't know what move he'd have. What was it? What would his last move be? Like Psychic? Probably Psychic. Oh, I'm still faster. I forgot. Healing Wish. Okay, so he heals back into Magearna, but guess what? We have Chansey still alive, still living out here. This is looking like a wrap. Fleur Cannon would have done like 15 to 20. It's not doing much at all. And Marowak is going to get destroyed as well. He could still Healing Wish with this thing into his Marowak actually. So I'm gonna go and heal up. Ooh, I was gonna try to heal up my Lunar Dance into Marowak. I was thinking, which he does try to do here. Our best option now. So I'm actually gonna go Crocodile here. And then I'm going to double, or do I Earthquake actually? I could also Earthquake here, get a ton of damage off. Is he Fleur Cannons? Okay, so he Fleur Cannon there, which now allows us, I think, to be faster with our Granbull. And because we're faster with Granbull, he doesn't know we have an attack here. We can knock this thing out with an Earthquake, but he goes into Bulu, so that's also fine. I'm gonna play rough here. Ooh, he Swords Dances. That's a bit of a threat. That's a little bit of a threat there. Horn Leech is there. And then, what, we Roost up here? Oh no, I think that was the wrong play. Actually, no, that was the right play, because we get to Sturdy, and then he gets knocked out by the Toxic damage, right? Or, yeah, it does. Okay, so that was a fine play then. That wasn't a bad play at all. In comes Marowak here. We can now just proceed to clicking Roost again. We have Rocky Helmet, so he won't be taking recoil with Flare Blitz, but he will definitely not appreciate it. The terrain is gone now. Granbull gets to come in, claim 2 knockouts with Earthquake to win the game. And that is going to be GG once again, that it is. Indeed, Emvee. Yep, GG. Didn't even let me get the last knockout there. Not bad, not bad. Okay. Not bad at all. Continuing on. I like this this team a lot. So I definitely want to get as much games as we can with it. And we've been getting a lot of games. We've been getting a great amount of games. Haven't dropped a single one, which kind of shows you that this team is good. It's a good team. One of my more favorite ones, I would say. OMG. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I was wondering when we find somebody we know. So okay, Tapu Lele. Okay, so this team looks a little trickier. He's got regenerator mons and stuff, but we can trap it with Pyuk. There's definitely a way. If there's a will, there's a way. So Landorus lead here, we can probably just get a Toxic off. Remember, we want to try to Toxic as many things as we can. Can't believe the only time I run into you, I play Standard. I would like to see the heat though. I would like to see the heat. So we get to go Skarmory here. On the rocks. Roost here. What is the move here? Continental? Oh, that's going to do a ton. That does a ton of damage there. Probably save Skarmory here and go into Pyuk. So he probably does not have Boom then, is what I'm thinking. That's why I didn't want to go Pyuk in case he was Boom Landorus, but he's probably not. So that does a decent chunk. We can just recover here. Basically eat up any hit and recover once again. Our way to beat any kind of Stall Breaker Tapu Lele is going to be through Reuniclus, I think. Through the Reuniclus. So he actually goes Pex here. Huh. That is very interesting. So I mean, I could go Skarm. Try to heal myself back up a bit. I don't mind if he gets burned because I have Heal Bell. I have Heal Bell, and I want to try to get rid of these rocks. He's going to try to get the Scald Burn, I think, but this should be okay. I can just defog here, Roost up once more, and then try to put in some work. So we can defog, heal ourselves back up to a good amount of health. So there's T-Spikes in play. Getting Pyuk Toxic just once is not the worst. So I'll defog here. Then go Pyuk. And then let's just block this thing, right? We'll have to try to block it. But he goes Tangrowth, which getting this thing poisoned is kind of nice though. It's kind of nice. Oh, Sleep Powder. Sleep Powder Tangrowth. So I gotta get myself a little healthier here. And then switch out into, I think we can go here into, maybe, the Emvee ones are a bit easier to play around with this team. But, yeah, we can Seismic Toss here, I think. As he goes Drill, so we can take a little bit of chip on that. That's actually Leftovers Drill. Quite interestingly enough on Sand. But he is actually Sand Rush, right? He does look like he's Sand Rush. Let me get my rocks up here actually. So I think we have to get rid of the T-Tar and stuff as well. Brings in T-Tar here. I'm gonna go Granbull now. I'm gonna go Granbull on this thing. As he goes for the Stone Edge, he is of course Mega T-Tar here, which is good to know. I think I can actually Super Fang here. Get a nice clean Super Fang off. Shiny Granbull. So Super Fang here will cut down Drill's HP by a bunch. And then, I don't know if he'd Iron Head here or not. So I'm going to Earthquake, predicting maybe like a Swords Dance or something. Or he Rapid Spins. Okay, so we get rid of Drill then. So that's pretty good. That is pretty good indeed. So I definitely want to wake up my my Pyuk at some point in time. Goes into Tapu Lele, so we have our signature Emvee Reuniclus here to sponge the hit, and we know for a fact that he's Mega T-Tar. We don't know if he has Pursuit or not though. So I think what I'm gonna do here is actually... I'll still Energy Ball anyways, I think. As he goes into T-Tar. I think I just go Crocodile here. So I guess Lele must be Scarfed then, I think. Lele is probably Scarfed. So this is Dragonite T-Tar, so this is not a Pursuit Trap or anything. Which is always good information. He goes into Tangrowth, we get to, what, I guess go back into Chansey? Like I said, I think we have to wake up Pyuk. Somehow. We have to wake up Pyukumuku. Tangrowth actually is probably going to be slower than... Oh, he goes into this thing. Okay. So Psyshock actually is probably going to do a chunk more damage. I do believe he's locked in though. Which allows us to go Krook. And then in turn, I think what we can do actually is go Granbull. And then Z Heal Bell. As he actually goes back into Lando. Earthquake would knock us out here. I'm actually going to Z Heal Bell and see what happens. I hope he's not going to attack me here. I hope. Okay, nice. This is good. Z Heal Bell. Heal ourselves back up to full. And then allow our Pyukumuku to be awake. He's a stupid dog. Nice. Okay, so let's take a look at our team. Now let's sort of assess the threats that he's got here. I don't mind Skarmory being asleep at all. I actually don't mind Skarmory being the one that's asleep now. If Pyukumuku's awake, because we need Pyuku to deal with Landorus, T-Tar, and whatnot, so this is a fine exchange. So now what we can do here is go into Chansey. He brings in Lele. We get to go Reuniclus now. Yeah, Reuniclus here's the play, which will take any hit from this thing. We can now fire off the Energy Ball. He actually has Nature's Madness on it. Okay, good information. How much did a Moonblast do? Moonblast did actually, yeah, Moonblast did 27. We'll live this hit. We'll live any hit from Lele right now. This actually didn't do much damage, so this... He was not locked in, right? So he's not Scarfed, he's actually AV Lele. It looks like it, I think. So he goes T-Tar. Definitely does not have Pursuit on a Dragon Dancing set. So I would say that we are pretty safe going into our... Granbull. As he doubles to Tangrowth, we get to go right back into Chansey. And I think at some point in time, we'll definitely try to get back our rocks up. I think getting up rocks again, which I probably should have done before. And I'll do that right now. We'll get up our rocks here. As he goes back into Toxapex, so versus this, so like I said, you know, T-Spikes and stuff, gonna be a bit annoying now that my Defogger is no longer in action. So I'm gonna see if I can block it though. I can play around 2 T-Spikes if I'm able to poison his entire team. But we'll see what happens. Okay, so Tangrowth, Giga Drain, knock off Sleep Powder. Okay, okay. So we can just soft boil up here. So he goes back to Pex. So I guess we don't want, yeah, we're gonna have to play around this stuff a little bit. And then regen myself by going into Pyuk. So I think we're gonna have to deal around, or sort of play around with just one poison, one T-Spike. Actually, here I'm going to, yeah, I'm gonna play around it a little bit. So we've regenerated ourselves back quite a bit, which is really nice. So he Psyshocks here, that's fine. We will click Shadow Ball. We live the Moonblast. We should. I don't think we get knocked out by a poison. I don't think we do. This still isn't 0. Oh, we do get knocked out. Okay. Okay, okay. Pursue this thing now. Which I think is the play, right? Because we don't want, because then we can literally win the game if this thing is gone, I think. So it's time to see if he switches or not. Yep, he does. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So we got the prediction correct. Got rid of that Pokemon. So I guess a kind of okay trade-off. We got rid of Lele, and we lost our Chansey. So we can kind of deal with that. We can kind of deal with that. We'll go here into Granbull on this as he Dragon Dances up. Hit him with the Play Rough. Granbull can live a hit, so that should be fine. And we got him intimidated as well. Dragon Dances again though. This Play Rough knocks him out. Yeah, the Play Rough knocks him out. So excellent. Yeah, we revealed our Play Rough here, so that's good. Landorus comes in now. We can probably just go into... Actually, no, we would just Play Rough here. As he probably predicted Skarm, we can knock this thing out now. And the team sort of is now falling apart due to... I think that Pursue play was nice. We got rid of the Tapu Lele, which otherwise would have clicked buttons versus our team, especially with our Chansey missing Eviolite in action. So, yeah, this is good. This is good. So here, our play now is... I assume we would just... Actually, yeah, all we gotta do here, right? Granbull put in the work. We heal Bell. Then we go Skarm. We click Defog now. Defog here. Heal Hidden Power. That's fine. We can Roost a couple of times. And puts me to sleep. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Nope, that's all we needed. Back into Chansey. And then get the rocks up here. And then I think Pyukamuku wins. GG. Very solid game. I appreciate it a lot. You too, you too. I know. Hey, but you see how the team works, right? You see how the team works. How Granbull can I think this is a perfect example of the game. The perfect example of the game where Granbull put in as much work as we really wanted it to. Like it was able to heal Bell, it was able to Super Fang stuff, chip things down, knock things out. I think this was the absolute perfect game to showcase, you know, for Granbull. So thank you everybody for watching. Hope you all enjoyed this video. A little bit of a longer one too, actually, with the games and stuff, but that's kind of no surprise. It's I mean, it's a pretty reliable team. Takes a little while to win with it sometimes in terms of different matchups and stuff, but it's a very consistent team in winning. And from what I've been playing, you know, with this team, after building it, it's been putting in so much work. It's one of my probably higher win percentage wins. Like literally, I've only lost like 3 games out of over what 80 now, probably. I don't know, a lot of games. So while testing. So thank you everybody once again for watching, and feel free to suggest what you want to see on the next one. I will. I mean, we'll only have time for maybe like 1 or 2 more before Sword and Shield comes out, before Sword and Shield drops, and then after that, I'll be taking suggestions for Sword and Shield OU, Gen 8 OU, the new meta. So I'm excited, definitely excited for that. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Looking forward to hearing from you all as usual, and yeah, peace.